You've been told to watch your fat, your salt, your cholesterol, but almost no one warns you how the meats you eat every day can quietly damage your gut and why that damage becomes far more dangerous after 60. As we age, our digestive and immune systems become more sensitive, and what we eat starts to affect not just how we feel after a meal, but how well our heart, muscles, and even our memory hold up over time. Most seniors still eat the same meats they've trusted for decades, like sliced turkey, lean ham, and sausage with breakfast. They do so without realizing these choices may be slowly fueling the very problems they're trying to avoid: high blood pressure, chronic inflammation, plaque buildup, and muscle loss. New research is finally connecting the dots between meat quality, the gut microbiome, and long-term cardiovascular health. And the findings are more important for older adults than ever before. Many older adults go for deli slices, sausages, or low-fat cuts, thinking they're making a healthy choice. But the truth is, these processed meats can quietly harm your health when eaten regularly. This episode of our Nutrition for Seniors series will help you sort through the confusion. You'll learn about 3 common meats that might be quietly harming your health. And I'll also share 3 better options that can support your heart, strength, and energy as you age. This isn't about trends or scare tactics. It's about real science, practical decisions, and small changes that can help you feel more in control of your health, one meal at a time. Hello everyone, I'm Vernon. For over 25 years, I've been working with older adults in clinics, community centers, and kitchens. I've helped them use nutrition not just to manage health issues, but to stay sharp, active, and confident as they grow older. Over time, I started noticing something troubling. Many seniors were making thoughtful choices, cutting back on sweets, avoiding fried foods, but still eating the same meats they'd relied on for decades. And despite their efforts, their blood pressure stayed high, their digestion got worse, and their strength continued to fade. It wasn't just about how much meat they ate, it was about which meats. And more importantly, how those choices shape inflammation, nutrient absorption, and long-term resilience, all things that matter far more after 60 than they did at 30. So instead of guesswork or guilt, I want to give you something clearer today. A practical, science-backed way to think about meat in a senior-friendly diet, so you can keep your strength, support your heart, and feel good about what's on your plate. Before we jump in, take a moment to click subscribe and turn on notifications. Each day, I share science-backed insights on nutrition for seniors, practical ideas you can actually apply to feel better, move better, and age with confidence. Bad meat number 1, deli meats, the silent gut disruptor. It's easy to assume that if something is low in fat and calories, it must be good for you, especially when it's labeled lean or heart smart. But when it comes to processing meats, the numbers on the front rarely tell the full story. That was exactly the case for Gloria, 67. She was careful with her meals, always watching her portions, choosing whole grain bread, low-fat turkey, mustard instead of mayo. She wasn't eating out, she wasn't eating red meat, just simple deli meat sandwiches she'd trusted for years. But over time, her body began to speak up. She began feeling bloated after lunch. Her energy crashes every afternoon, and she noticed a dull, nagging pressure in her chest, not sharp, not alarming, but enough to make her wonder. Her doctor ran tests, nothing obviously came up. What Gloria didn't know was that many deli meats, even turkey, ham, and low-sodium slices, fall into the category of ultra-processed foods. They're often preserved with sodium nitrite, phosphates, and artificial smoke flavoring. These ingredients may not raise red flags on the label, but they can disrupt the gut microbiome, trigger low-grade inflammation, and weaken the intestinal lining that plays a crucial role in regulating senior immune and cardiovascular health. A 2020 study published in the BMJ found that adults over 60 who consumed processed meats frequently had a significantly higher risk of developing cardiovascular disease. Even when controlling for total fat or calorie intake, it wasn't about how much they ate, It was about the chemical structure of what they ate. Once Gloria started switching to whole protein sources, roasted chicken, canned sardines and olive oil, even boiled eggs, things began to shift. She felt digestion smoother. She didn't need antacids anymore. Her energy no longer dipped at 2 p.m., and the chest tightness gradually faded. If deli meat is a regular part of your week, try prepping your proteins in batches using real, unprocessed cuts. Keep things simple. Grill a few chicken breasts, bake a piece of salmon, or hard-boil eggs, and always read the label. If there are more than 5 ingredients or anything you can't pronounce, it may be time to reconsider. I'd truly appreciate it if you gave this video a like. It helps more seniors discover thoughtful, science-based nutrition advice tailored to their needs. And while you're here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video that can help you feel stronger, clearer, and more in control of your health. But while deli meats quietly disrupt your gut and heart connection, the next type of meat does something even more direct. It changes your blood vessels from the inside out. Bad meat number 2. Bacon. The artery hardener hiding in plain sight. In a study published in Circulation by the American Heart Association, researchers followed over 29,000 older adults for more than a decade. They found that those who regularly consumed processed red meats, including bacon, had a 42% higher risk of heart failure. This was in comparison to those who ate them rarely or not at all. That's a staggering number, and it has less to do with fat and calories and more to do with the chemical compounds formed during cooking and curing. Bacon is rich in saturated fats, yes, but the real issue lies in nitrosamines, carcinogenic compounds that form when nitrites, used to preserve the meat, interact with high heat. These contribute to oxidative stress, damage blood vessel linings, and promote the development of arterial plaque compounds. For older adults, that means more strain on the heart, reduced blood flow, and increased risk of stroke. It's easy to dismiss bacon as an occasional treat, but for many older adults, especially those living alone or on fixed incomes, bacon becomes a reliable comfort, easy to fry, full of flavor, and satisfying. That's how it became a routine for Mark, 72, a widower from Arizona, who never thought twice about his breakfast. Each morning, 2 slices of bacon, 2 eggs, toast, black coffee. It was quick, familiar, and gave him something warm to start the day. But after a mild cardiac scare, his doctor reviewed his diet and helped him make one simple swap: sautéed mushrooms with olive oil and garlic. Within weeks, Mark's blood pressure steadied, and he began feeling more alert in the mornings. Reducing bacon doesn't mean giving up flavor. It just means replacing it with something that supports your health rather than slowly undermining it. Try plant-based options like tempeh or mushrooms, or switch to unprocessed lean proteins like grilled turkey or boiled eggs. No added nitrates, no frying required. Have you ever cut back on bacon or other processed meats and noticed a difference in how you felt? Share your experience in the comments. Your story might help someone else rethink what's on their plate. The truth is, not all meats are cooked or digested equally, and what comes next might surprise you even more, especially if you've been told it's a healthy choice. Bad meat number 3, lean ground beef, the healthy choice that isn't. For decades, lean ground beef has been promoted as a healthier alternative to fattier cuts of red meat. And it's true, compared to higher fat options, it contains less saturated fat per serving. But when it comes to senior health, especially cardiovascular wellness, lower fat doesn't automatically mean low risk. The real concern isn't just in the nutrition label, it's in how the meat is prepared, how often it's consumed, and how your aging body responds to it. When lean ground beef is cooked at high heat, it forms heterocyclic amines, HCAs, and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PAHs. These are toxic byproducts that have been linked to inflammation, oxidative stress, and damage to the arterial lining over time. That kind of damage doesn't always show up in the short term, but for older adults, it adds up. Overconsumption of beef, even lean cuts, has been shown to reduce arterial flexibility, raise cholesterol levels, and impair blood pressure regulation, all key components of cardiovascular health. And unlike younger bodies, the gut microbiome in seniors may be less resilient, making the inflammatory effects of these compounds even more pronounced. Harold, 70, found this out firsthand. He had been eating lean beef for years, burgers twice a week, meatloaf on weekends, thinking he was making a safe choice. But after routine blood work revealed climbing inflammation markers and declining nutrient absorption, his doctor suggested switching at least half of his red meat meals to fish, legumes, or skinless poultry. It wasn't a dramatic overhaul, just small swaps, like grilled salmon instead of burgers, or lentils instead of beef chili. But 3 months later, his labs had improved noticeably. His energy returned, and so did his confidence in his own nutrition choices. A study published in the European Heart Journal backs this approach. Replacing even one daily serving of red meat with a plant-based or omega-3 rich protein was shown to reduce heart disease risk by up to 20% in older adults, without needing to cut calories or go vegetarian. Do you still eat ground beef regularly? Let us know in the comments, and if you found a satisfying alternative that supports your senior nutrition goals, your story could help someone else make a healthy shift. And now that we've explored 3 meats that may be undermining your health, it's time to focus on the ones that help rebuild, starting with a fish rich in omega-3s and proven to strengthen your heart and brain as you age. Good meat number 1, salmon, the omega-3 powerhouse. When I first started working with older adults, many were hesitant about eating fish. They'd say it was too expensive, too fishy, or too hard to cook. But once we talked through the benefits, real, measurable support for the heart, the brain, and even the joints, that hesitantly turned into curiosity. And when it comes to senior health, few proteins are as powerful or as well studied as salmon. Unlike processed meats or fatty cuts of red meat, salmon is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA. These healthy fats help lower triglycerides, reduce inflammation, and improve arterial elasticity, all of which support a stronger, more efficient cardiovascular system. They also nourish the gut microbiome, reduce plaque buildup, and may protect the brain against age-related decline. In fact, a 2022 study in the journal Nutrients found that older adults who consumed fatty fish like salmon at least twice a week had significantly better vascular function, lower resting heart rate, and reduced risk of major cardiac events, especially when paired with a diet rich in leafy greens and fiber. That's what inspired Linda, 74, to give salmon another try. A retired piano teacher who once joked she'd rather eat toast, she was struggling with high blood pressure and stiffness in her legs. We worked together to find simple, no-fuss ways to include salmon, grilled with lemon, baked in foil with garlic and thyme, or flaked into a salad with avocado. After a month of eating it twice a week, Linda said something that stuck with me. My legs don't feel heavy anymore. I don't know if it's just the salmon, but I'm not stopping. If you're new to salmon, start with small portions, about 3 to 4 ounces, once or twice a week. Choose wild-caught when possible. Bake instead of fry, and pair it with foods that support absorption, like olive oil or leafy greens. What's your favorite way to prepare salmon? Or are you just starting to explore it? Feel free to share below. Your recipe or idea might make it easier for someone else to try. As we move to the next meat on our list, you'll see how it helps protect one of the most overlooked aspects of aging well, your muscle health. Good meat number 2, skinless chicken thighs, the strength preserver. As we grow older, physical strength doesn't disappear suddenly, it slowly fades with each small, unnoticed moment of strain. You start taking longer to stand up or reach more often for the rail while climbing stairs. These shifts aren't just about muscle, they affect your balance, movement, and daily confidence in quiet, powerful ways. That's why protein becomes a priority in senior health, not just in quantity, but in the form that's most usable. Skinless chicken thighs offer a strong option, high in amino acids, easy to chew, and more flavorful than dry breast meat. They provide not only better texture, but also natural fats that help absorb key fat-soluble vitamins during digestion. Sam, age 76, began noticing his legs weren't as steady during walks, and stairs became a daily hurdle to climb. His doctor didn't rush to prescribe pills. Instead, she explained sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle with aging. Rather than rely on toast or light snacks, Sam started roasting chicken thighs twice a week paired with lentils or sweet potatoes. He didn't expect major changes, but within weeks, climbing stairs required less effort, and walks felt more stable again. That subtle shift in strength gave him renewed control over his movements, and it improved how he felt each morning. Nutrition experts suggest older adults get about 1 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight every day. Just 100 grams of chicken thigh delivers 25 grams of high-quality protein, plus vitamin B6, zinc, and selenium. These nutrients support not only muscle maintenance, but also recovery, immune strength, and healthy aging overall. When paired with high-fiber vegetables, chicken thighs may also support gut microbiome diversity and digestive comfort. They are an ideal part of a weekly plan for anyone focusing on nutrition for seniors or rebuilding physical confidence. Try preparing a small batch early in the week and use it in salads, soups, or wraps for simple, protein-rich meals. Enhance both flavor and benefit by adding anti-inflammatory ingredients like lemon, garlic, turmeric, or fresh herbs. Have you tried increasing your protein with meals like chicken thighs to support your strength or balance? Share your story in the comments. Someone out there might be wondering if a small change could help them feel steadier too. The last meat we'll cover might surprise you. It's not only gentle on digestion, but it may also help repair the gut and lower inflammation at the same time. Good meat number 3. Sardines. The gut, heart link. Among the most underrated foods in senior health is a small silvery fish that many people overlook, the humble sardine. They're affordable, shelf-stable, and require no special prep, a real advantage for older adults living alone or cooking in small portions. But convenience is just the beginning. Sardines are one of the few animal proteins that support both the heart and the gut microbiome, two systems that grow more connected as we age. Unlike larger fish, they carry very low mercury risk and are packed with omega-3s, vitamin D, and coenzyme Q10. Eaten with their soft bones, they also provide calcium, another win for aging bodies. Even more impressive, nutrients like selenium and B12 help nourish a diverse gut ecosystem, which plays a crucial role in reducing inflammation and improving nutrient absorption. A weakened gut doesn't always announce itself, but research links it to inflammation, lower immunity, and greater heart disease risk. That's why foods like sardines deserve a second look. Marjorie, 69, used to call them ocean bait, but with encouragement from her doctor, she gave them another chance, this time with lemon, herbs, and toast. She now eats them twice a week. Within months, her cholesterol improved, digestion became more regular, and her skin looked noticeably brighter. A 2020 study in Nutrients found that older adults who ate sardines regularly showed better heart markers and healthier gut flora, especially when paired with a Mediterranean diet. Unlike supplements, sardines deliver balanced, synergistic nutrition that supports healthy aging from multiple angles. If you're new to sardines, try pack those in olive oil. Rinse lightly if the flavor is too bold, and pair with lemon or mustard to brighten the taste. Which meals or recipes helped you enjoy sardines or gave you the confidence to try them again? We'd love to hear your experience in the comments. Sometimes just one suggestion can open the door to a healthier habit. Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've uncovered, not with fear, but with clarity and care. 3 everyday meats, deli slices, bacon, and even lean ground beef may quietly harm heart and gut health, especially after 60. But 3 simple choices, salmon, skinless chicken thighs, and sardines, offer powerful support for senior health, helping protect your heart, muscles, and digestion. This isn't about cutting out everything you enjoy. It's about making choices that help you feel stronger, steadier, and more confident with every meal. A weekly plan could be this simple. Salmon twice a week, gently cooked. Chicken thighs for easy lunches or dinners. Sardines with toast or salad once or twice. Small steps, deeply nourishing. Before changing your diet, especially if you're managing health conditions, please check with your healthcare provider. They can help ensure your choices fit your body and your goals. Which of these meats surprised you the most, or are you already enjoying one of them? We'd love to hear your experience in the comments. Your story could encourage someone else who's ready to begin. If this video helps, giving it a like helps more people discover practical senior health tips. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. We've got more simple, science-backed insights on the way. You might consider sharing this video with someone you care about, a spouse, a sibling, or a friend who could benefit from a clearer, healthier approach to protein in their daily meals. And if you're ready for more, watch our next episode, Seniors Over 60? These 6 high-mercury fish may trigger memory loss and brain decline. You can find the link in the description below.